G'day people, it's Glenn from the Burnout River Clean. I'm just down here on the river today. I wanted to show people how easy it is to have a little bit of a scavenge along the shoreline and the sorts of things that you can actually find that you can turn into cash. So let's go and have a look and see what we can find. You can see one area along here, it's where the river comes down, hits a tight bend, and they've put all kinds of rocks and reinforcements along the shoreline to protect it. Besides just the rocks, they've also put in a lot of steel. And if you come down here and have a look, and most rivers have the same thing, you'll find areas where there is smaller parts of steel everywhere like this that are just sitting there by themselves that you can pick up and take. There's that massive chain there that would just weigh so much. But in between that, there's all little pieces of broken metal that you can pick up that all weigh 1 kilo and 2 kilo, and it's all cash money. A little bit further along, you see here there's some sort of a pulley wheel that would weigh hundreds of kilos. It's sitting up there. I ain't going to try to put that in my little tiny boat. Another thing is railway tracks, the sugarcane tracks, because Bundaberg's well known for sugarcane, as most people around here would know. And a lot of those sugarcane tracks were dumped into here, and some of them aren't too heavy. If they're only 2 or 3 meters long, you can manage them, but just remember you're going to get a lot of chipped rust in your boat, and that can pose a problem if you leave it there and you don't get it out in the future. So here's a couple of railway tracks here. There's another sheet of metal there that I've tried moving and just couldn't even budge that. There's another one here. You know, you're going to need a crane to get those sort of things out, but they're going to be a few bucks if you get them out. Over here you can see a sheet of metal. That's about 4 or 5, probably more than that, probably about 5-8 mil thick by the look of that from here, which you won't be moving that either. These things here, I have no idea what they are. They're pretty much 2/3 submerged, but they are big. You can see on the side of the boat here how big. That wheel alone is probably half the size of the width of the boat here. And there's another one there. If you could get yourself a crane and get them out, whew, there's some beer money there. You can see I've already been along and picked up some things, the manageable things, like these are 5 or 10 kilo things. This one here was probably more heavier, it's about 30. Probably another 20 or 30 there, but all these little bits add up, and already I'd have over 150 kilo in the boat. You can see these ones here, they are huge. I'm not going to be lifting these suckers or I'm going to definitely blow a gasket. So I've just put the little tinny on the rocks here. It's getting the crap pounding out of it, but that don't matter. You can see all these pieces here. Look at that. That's all going to go in the boat. This railway track, like I said, is only about 2 meters, so I'll be able to manage that. This one over here, on the other hand, is disappearing right up into the side of that bank. So I won't be picking that up. Look, the tinny's gone, so I better get this stuff. You can see these things here, I just picked those up. There's probably 100 kilo there. That it's not even a railway track, it's some sort of U-shaped heavy reinforcement steel. You can see these pieces here are solid steel, and there's a lot on the floor there too, but you've got to be careful how you place it, because look at the list on the boat now. And also in Queensland, Northern Waters, all these areas, the tide can drop 4 and 5 meters and drop quickly. So when you're having a little scab along the shoreline, you make sure that you're constantly moving your boat off the rocks, so you're going to be there all day. I know the motor's going and it's windy, but look at this stuff, people. See up the back there, you can see all that. This stuff here is all up the back there, and you ain't going to be lifting any of this by yourself, or you're back in the blowing a gasket area. Like over here, there's another piece. It's just huge stuff. Here we've got another part, more railway, more bits of metal, here, everywhere, see? All the way along here I'll be picking this up, but the tinny's almost, you know, it's getting to the stage where there's a lot in there now. So I'll pick up all these bits, and when I finish for the day, I will show you what I've Oh God. I moved up a little bit further and I'm like, look at this. Look at them all. It's crazy. They're just everywhere. I put a little pile together here. There's literally like probably 5, more 10 kilo just there. That's just, look at them all. They're everywhere. Bolts on magnet fisherman's bloody nightmare. Every single cast, 5 bolts. Be quicker to just come up here and just get them off the shore. Okay, on a serious note, all boats have an Australian builder's plate. If it's in another country, it'll have American or whatever country you're in. But all boats will have a builder's plate, and it will show the maximum horsepower, maximum persons. Work out the amount of people you can have in that vessel and don't exceed it. So, you know, if it says you can have 4 people and the average person's 90 kilo, 180 pound, I don't know, work out that weight, and if you exceed it and you sink your boat, which you probably will if you exceed it, you will not be covered for insurance. So always check that and be really careful, because steel is a lot heavier than it looks. Okay, now I'm on the side of the road. I'm just about to go into the scrapyard and dump this stuff. You can see the things that I've got today. Pretty cool. There's a lot of weight there. It doesn't look like much, but believe me, that's probably 250 kilo, maybe 300 kilo. Some of the things are heavier, so I'm not sure, like this solid piece of steel here, that's pretty heavy, So yeah, it's not bad. That's 2 hours work. Anyway, I'll let you know how I go after I get rid of this stuff. There we go. Getting it out the easy way. Well, I've already got half of the stuff out, but let's see how he goes with this. See if he destroys my boat or whether he gets it out. That's my favourite bloody trolley too. Oh well. There she goes. Goodbye rubbish. There you go, that's 0.42 of a tonne, and that was heavy steel. Not bad for a couple of hours. If you like the video, please subscribe, and see you out on the river next time.